Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we will learn how to configure email alerts in Grafana. So Grafana is a powerful open source platform used for monitoring and observability, and email alerts are an essential features of it. It helps us receiving immediate notifications about critical events, detecting monitored metrics. So let's see the practical. First, we will see the prerequisites. So you should have an AWS account with Ubuntu 22.04 EC2 instance running, then basic knowledge of AWS services, Prometheus and Grafana. So the first step is install Prometheus on Ubuntu. So from the GitHub repository, download the latest version of Prometheus, copy the command and paste it. Now, after the download is complete, let's extract the downloaded archive. So let's copy this command. This will extract the files. Now, after it's done, let's navigate to the extracted directory. Now, navigate to the etc systemd system. This is where typically the systemd unit files are located. So let's copy this command and paste it. Now we are inside the file. So let's create a service named Prometheus.service. So for that, let's copy this command sudo vi prometheus.service. Press R to enter the insert mode. Now, let me just copy this code. Let's copy the code and paste it in our prometheus.service file. Here, the unit section, the description equals to Prometheus, describes the service as Prometheus. Then wants equals to network-online.target. It indicates that this service wants the network to be online before starting, and after equals to network-online.target. It indicates that service starts after the network is online. Then in the service section, the exec stat, well, this command specifies that to start the Prometheus service. Here the Prometheus file is located in the home Ubuntu Prometheus file directory, and the Prometheus.yaml, which contains the configuration for Prometheus, is also located in the same binary, and restart is equal to always. It specifies that the service should be restarted automatically. Then in the install section, wanted by is equal to default.target. It suggests that the service should be restarted automatically. It suggests that service should be restarted automatically when the system boots up. So let's save the file. Press escape to exit the insert mode. Colon WQ to save and exit the file. Now let's reload the daemon service to verify our file is correct. Command is sudo systemctl daemon-record. After this, enable the Prometheus.service file. Then lastly, start the Prometheus.service. Now to check its status, to see if it's running properly or not, let's check its status. The command is sudo systemctl status Prometheus.service. As you can see, our Prometheus service is active and running properly. So let me first just open the new tab. Now the second step is installing the Grafana on Ubuntu. So first import the GPG key using the Grafana package. So let's copy the command and paste it. Then next add the Grafana repository to the apt resources. Copy the command and paste it. Enter. This will add the Grafana repository to apt resources. Now let's update the package list before installing the Grafana. The command is sudo apt update. After this, install the Grafana. Command is sudo apt to install Grafana. Now let's start the Grafana service. Let's start the Grafana server. Then enable it using the sudo systemctl enable Grafana help server command. Now once it's done, let's check it if it's running properly or not. So let's copy the public IPv4 address of our EC2 instance and paste it colon 2000, which is a default code for Grafana 10. So this is the Grafana login page. Here you can give the username and password as admin, which is a default username and password to log into Grafana. Now, it will ask you to change the password. You can change it or just skip the process. So this is the home page of Grafana. So our next step is configuring the SMTP settings. So for that, let's edit the grafana.ini file. Now scroll down. Grafana.ini file is the main configuration file for the Grafana. Here you can see the SMTP email. So to enable the email alerts, Grafana requires a simple mail transfer protocol, which is nothing but your SMTP configured. It specifies the email server through which the Grafana will send the alert notification. So to set the SMTP, first we need to retrieve the password. For that, go to the your Google account and search for my Google account. Go to Google account. Now once you are inside your Google account, select the security option. Scroll down. Now in the how to sign into the Google section, click on two-step verification. If you don't have the two-step verification, then enable it. Now it will ask you to verify. First enter your Google account password. Click on next. Once you are inside, scroll down and select the app passwords. So here you can create a new app specific password. So we will be giving the name as Grafana. Okay, click on create a password. Now our app password is created. So let's copy it, save it somewhere for the time being. We'll just keep it here. Now we are going to uncomment the enabled part and change the false to true. Then also uncomment the host. Let's change the host with smtp.gmail.com:587. Paste it. Now let's add the user. First our incoming it, and then user you are going to provide your Gmail ID. Let's incoming the password. You are going to paste the password which you have copied from the Google account. Copy that from the password and paste it. Now next we are going to uncomment the skip verify and change the false to true. We are also going to uncomment the from address. And here also we are going to enter our email ID. uncomment the form name, which is Grafana. Now here the enabled is set to true, which indicates whether the SMTP functionality is enabled or not. Then the host specifies the SMTP server address and the port. Here it is set to Gmail's port, which is 587. Then the user, this is the email address used for authentication and connecting to the SMTP server. You should give your own email address. Then the password is application specific password, which is generated from the Google account. Then skip verify is set to true, which will skip the SSL certificate of the SMTP server, which will not be verified. Then from address, this is where who will send the mail. This will appear from section. Then the name will be appeared in the email as Grafana in the from name part. So let's save the configuration. After this, start the Grafana server. Now the next step is adding the Prometheus as a data source in Grafana. Now to add the Prometheus as data source, let's go to the Grafana page. Now here from the up left corner, go to the connections, then click on data sources, click on add data source, select the Prometheus as a data source is added. Here in the Prometheus server URL, give the URL on which your Prometheus service is running. So copy the public IPv4 address, and paste it in the URL colon 1990. It's the default port number of the Prometheus service. So let's just copy the URL, and you can see our Prometheus service is running. So copy the URL and paste it. Scroll down and click on save and test. As you can see, our Prometheus is successfully forwarded. So the next step is adding the contact points. So go back to the Grafana page. Now in the alerting section, select the contact points, then click on the add contact point. Now we are going to create the contact point. So give a name like Grafana. In the integration will be email to and give the email addresses. You can use multiple email addresses by separating them with comma. The contact point is a destination where the notifications are sent. So this is the email ID where the notifications are sent. You can even test it. Click on the test. Send test notification. This will test the contact. The test alert is sent. Just open your email box. You can see the alert is fired. We have received the test alert. Group by alert name, test alert, Grafana. So let's go back to the Grafana page and save the contact point. Now the next step is configure the notification policies. So in alerting, go to the notification policies. Here you will see the default policy. So click on it and edit it. Here give the contact point name which we have created. The name is Grafana and update the default policy. The policy is updated. Now the next step is configure the alert rule to get the email alerts. So for that, in the alerting, go to the alert rules. Click on new alert rule. Now enter the alert rule name. Here you can define the query and alert condition. So our data source is Prometheus and its name as A. So select the metric like we are going to compute the CPU second. So the query will be processed CPU seconds total. Active filter, select the instance and select value as localhost 1990. In the rule type, select it as Grafana managed. In the expressions, keep the radius as it is. Here the radius will take the A as input, which is our query. We take our query as input. Then the function last, it says that the function is looking at most recent value of the metric and the mode strict suggest it applying the strict comparison to the threshold. Then keep the threshold set as the alert condition. It takes the reduce output B, which is named as an input. Then change the is above to the 0.7. Now when setting the is above to 0.7, you are specifying that the alert should trigger when the value of the metric being monitored is about 70%, and this value could be represented in a percentage or ratio or any other unit depending on the metric being monitored. So next, set the evaluation behavior. So create a new folder to store the rule and evaluation group. So we will create a new folder and give it a name as total CPU time. Create it. Now let's create a new algorithm group. We'll give it a name, export CPU, and give the evaluation interval as 30 seconds. This tells us that how often the rule is evaluated. I click on create. Change the pending period also to the 30 seconds, which will be less than or equal to the evaluation period. Scroll down. Now let's in the right up corner you can see the save rule and exit button. Click on it. Now our rule has been saved. So just wait for the 30 seconds until the alert is fired. As you can see, the alert is fired. So then let's go back to the your email box, refresh it. You can see the alert has been triggered successfully. You can see our group name, the total CPU time, and the name Grafana. Alert name is Grafana, then Grafana folder, total CPU time, then instance is set to be localhost colon 1990 and job is Prometheus. So this is how the alert has been sent via email from Grafana. So today we have learned how to configure the email alerts in Grafana, which enables you to receive the immediate notifications about the critical events which are detected in your monitoring the data. And by following these steps, you can set up a email notification channels, define alert rules, and ensure that you receive the timely alerts via email. This will enhance your ability to monitor and respond to changes in your system's health and performance. So that's all for today, guys, and thank you.